Like I feel like I should come here and then it should be like claps. Like Jimmy Fallon and it's like
Hello everyone and welcome to Itadakimasu. We're here in the vegan test kitchen. This is my old best friend Bianca.
hi.
She's here to help us out today. What are we going to be cooking? You have no idea. It's fine. I've been telling you the whole day, but...
A hummus and 2 dips I can't pronounce.
There we go. We're going to do 3 dips today. They're going to be like varying levels of difficulty. We're going to do like a nice easy one. It's going to be a hummus. Everyone can be able to do that. Then we're going to do something a little bit, more adventurous called Sikil Pak. It's a Mayan pumpkin seed dip. And then the third... for the experts out there that want to get a little adventurous in the kitchen, we're going to do Muhammara, which is one of my personal favorite dips, which is like roasted red pepper. Delicious.
Sounds really good.
Speaking of roasted red pepper, let me make sure the oven's on. And we're good to go. Oh yeah, we're going to make fresh pita. Fresh pita, because you got to dip it in something, right? Bianca is going to get the pita going. So we need 2.5 cups of flour here. For those people that like weighing it, we're gonna get fancy and we're gonna weigh it. So you gotta measure 2.5 cups for me. A half cup for you too. And so we're gonna be tossing the flour into our stand mixer if we don't spill all of it. Is that 1 cup?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's 1 cup. While she's doing that, I'm gonna get the yeast going. So we're gonna need 1 cup of water, and into that 1 cup of water, is that everything?
Yeah.
Just 2.5. So it's about 340 grams of flour. We're gonna get 2 teaspoons of yeast going in some warm water. Lock it in. There we go. And we're gonna need a little bit of salt in there as well. 2 teaspoons of salt.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a little scoopy. Got the salt in there?
Yep.
Beauty. And if you just want to turn that on, like, just the lowest setting right now, get the salt mixed up in there. And the yeast will be nice and bloomed now.
What does bloomed mean, Kassa?
It's when, like, you gotta, you make sure your yeast is active, because if your yeast is, like, old, then when you mix it with water, it's not gonna foam up or anything, and your yeast is dead, your dough's not gonna rise, gonna have a bad day.
So how do you know that it's ready with the foam?
Yes, with the
Okay,
foam.
great.
And then we're just gonna slowly pour that into the stand mixer. Gonna see that dough coming together. And the bowl's not locked in place, so she's moving around a little bit. Add the rest of that in there. And then we're going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Just 2 teaspoons.
I'll do it.
You can't eyeball it?
No.
A little splash, splash. How's she looking? Oh,
Great.
yeah.
She looks so fluffy.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to let that knead. You can do this by hand, too. Like, if you don't have a stand mixer, just put that all in the bowl, get it on the counter, get the arms going, roll the sleeves up, knead it out. Knead it for maybe, like, 5-6 minutes. So we're just going to let that run. And while that's running, we're going to start making our dips. First off, is going to be the Muhammara. We're going to kind of do this out of order. So get yourself 3 bell peppers. Peel those bad boys.
It's a great technique.
Thank you. You know what? The knife really does it. I'm not really doing anything. It's not
That's from that Japanese knife store, right?
Yeah. And you can probably tone the recipe down a tiny bit. You don't need to use 3, but we're hungry. There's 2 of us. So we're going to be making a lot. So you could split the recipe in half if you wanted. Get your red pepper into your bowl. Just get a little bit of olive oil. Bada bing, bada boom. Get a little pinch of salt. Crack some black pepper on that. And in the oven she goes.
Our dough is looking great, Kassa.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's looking real good. Okay, so that's probably been that's been 5 minutes. So there you go. Turn the stand mixer off.
Oh, there we go.
There, the opposite way. And then do the old lift up thingy. Just peel that off. Nice. And then we're just gonna, put some oil in a bowl. Can you get all of it? You need the bench scraper?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Ooh, thank you.
Slow. Nice. Then we're just gonna wrap that up until it doubles in size. Okay, cool. So let's get the hummus going. Let's start with dip number 1. So the key to this hummus is you're gonna need dry chickpeas. I know I said it's like the easy one. Don't be lazy. Just go out, get dried chickpeas, and boil them yourself. You'll save money. It'll be a little more time, but all you gotta do, I like to just fill up a mason jar and then add water, maybe a cup of chickpeas, cup and a half, 2 cups. Fill with water, let it sit overnight, and then it'll get like this, double in size. Then you just get the pot going, boil your chickpeas with a little bit of baking soda, because that's gonna help soften up the peel. Because you're gonna wanna take the little husk shell off your chickpeas after it boils. So boil it for 15 minutes, and then run it under some cold water, and just make sure all of the skin is removed, and then you have a nice, lovely bowl of chickpeas. So we're gonna add the chickpeas to the food processor. Does it all fit?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay, and now step 2, which is pretty important, just the order of how we do this. We're gonna add the liquid ingredients to a high-speed blender and get those going together. You could do it in a regular blender. You could add them all together, but we're just gonna show you to get the creamiest hummus. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add some garlic to that and some lemon. So if you could just squeeze me 1 lemon, I'll bring somebody who knows how to cut a lemon properly next time. My goodness. There we go. Look at that. You get more juice when you cut it a long ways, I think. I like my hummus garlicky.
Ooh.
It's not like it's a Saturday night.
That looks like
anything.
it's 4 cloves of garlic.
That's exactly. You tell the camera. How many cloves of garlic is that?
4 cloves, folks.
I'm kidding. You know what you could do? Let's just pulse the chickpeas a little bit. Get the chickpeas just a little bit pulsed up. Garlic in there. And then we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of water. 1/4 cup of water. And then we're just gonna take that and throw it on the blender. Now you're gonna add your tahini into that. Drizzle that in there. You need a spoon?
I don't know how to do it with my left hand. Sorry.
Pulse that again. Yeah, so that while you pulse, now it's gonna come all together. So we're gonna add our liquid to the chickpeas, then we're gonna add our spices. So yeah, here we go.
But look at how stilly this is. And one of these?
Yeah, one piece.
Maybe you go back over there. And 1 of salt?
Yeah. We'll give it a half. No, less. Yeah, give it a half. And get your olive oil in there. Call that 1 tablespoon. Oh, look who's getting hungry now. Call that 2 tablespoons. And 1 more tablespoon. Oh my God. We're gonna need to heat a cast iron now, get this going. So hummus is done. We're gonna move on to the Sikil Pak, which is nice and easy. You're just gonna take some pumpkin seeds, about 1.5 cups, and just toast them. Get them going in a skillet. So that's about 1.5 cups there. Do you like pumpkin seed? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you do. And you're just gonna toast those until they start like popping.
No olive oil in the pan, Kassa?
No, just dry. We're gonna get like a nice little. We don't want to like cook them. We just want to brown them a little bit, you know. And then it'll start like you'll hear like pop 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 pop, and then that's when you know you're like okay, you're almost there.
Okay.
Should take maybe like 2-3 minutes. Keep an eye on it. And so what else we're gonna need for this is a couple vine tomatoes, a little bit of onion, and some garlic. If you want to cut that onion into quarters, that'd be great. Can you move this back up? Bottom and top off. And you just want to cut your tomatoes in half. Get about 4, depending on how big they are. 1 more. So you're gonna get like 3 cloves of garlic. About half of the onion. You don't need the whole thing, but cut it into quarters.
Where are we putting all this, Kassa?
This we're gonna be throwing in the pan to sear up after the pumpkin seeds are done. So we're gonna throw the tomatoes face down, pop, pop.
This whole?
Olive oil. Yeah.
Wow, and this whole too?
Roast the garlic, roast the onion, roast the tomatoes, and can't forget these bad boys. My dad grew these. I know, right? Right from his garden. You can use habanero. You can use Scotch bonnet. I really still don't understand if there's a difference. So we're using Scotch bonnet today from my dad's garden. How spicy do you like?
Just a little.
Oh, Lord. So we're just gonna use 1 small Scotch bonnet. Take the stem off. And you're gonna throw this in the pan too, get that roasting. And yeah, pretty simple. Nice easy dip. But the flavors you get, delicious. Oh yeah, you can almost hear that popping now. Should have that pan a little hotter. There we go. Nice and hot. Nice
Where
and
are we
toasted.
putting those, Kassa?
Those are gonna go right on into the food processor. Oh, what's that? And then while it's still hot, we're just gonna get like a little splash of olive oil in there. You wanna, let's just toss those in there. And then get the tomatoes in there. Face down. And the garlic. Keep that sauteing. Maybe like a couple minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Just until we get start seeing some browning. And then you're gonna turn them over to the other side. I'm gonna check the red peppers while I'm over here because they should be good now. Oh yeah, those are beautiful. Yeah, those are nice, the roasted red peppers right there. Toss that there for now. Could go a little bit longer. Want to see like a decent sear going on. A little bit longer. See how the onion's looking nice, so we're gonna flip the onion. Okay, yeah, tomatoes are looking good now. We're just gonna give them a good flip. Get a good sear there. Oh yeah. And that's what you want to see. You want to get your pan nice and hot when you do it. So that's in the pan, boom, get that caramelized going, and then take them out of the pan, just nice and quick. We'll get the backs of the onions going too while we're up here. Can you just give me a quick chop on a little bit of cilantro, please? Not too much. 4 more. Yeah, that's good right there. And then boom, we're just gonna toss this right on into the food processor. And then we're gonna just add a little bit of cumin. Gonna go about a teaspoon. Then we're just gonna finish that off, a little bit of salt. By a little bit, I mean like generous amount, you know, give it like a couple, 2 pinch, 2.5 pinch. We're just gonna squeeze a little bit of lime over that. Add a little bit of freshness. We're gonna cut it halfways, not like Bianca. Squeeze that in there. Just a little splash, maybe like quarter lime. On it.
Good. Really hot. It looks really good. What's the consistency that you're looking for, Kassa?
Consistency, we're gonna go like not fully liquid. Like you want like a little bit of chunk to it, but not like full pumpkin seeds.
Like a guacamole?
Yeah. That's kind of a good.
I think we're almost there, but still a little bit more.
Yeah, let's just scrape down the edges a little bit. So we're gonna keep that going. And like, I like to add just a little bit of olive oil in it. Brings it all together. Maybe like 1 tablespoon. And then yeah, just, okay, now it's like, you'll see like a color change. It'll go like a little light brown. And that's when you know like you're almost there. Oh yeah, that's looking good now. Do 1 more scrape down to the side. Beautiful. And now for the final dip, we have the Muhammara. We roasted the red peppers already, so hopefully you've done that already too. And this one is like, it's not this harder, it's just a little, you know, it takes a little bit more work. I'm gonna need you to peel the red peppers, if you can do that. Like just de-skin them.
Sure.
Cool. They're cooled down a little bit, so they're not too hot now. And while we're doing that, what you're gonna wanna do, so when you're making the pita, you're gonna wanna get like, if you have a pizza stone, great, use the pizza stone. If you don't have a pizza stone, I've done other stuff, like I've taken just a pan that I would like, you know, bake stuff in the oven, turn it upside down so the bottom is up, and then get that in your oven so that you want to get that nice and hot, because when you roll out the pitas, you're just going to be like throwing them into the oven and they're just going to cook like real fast, but you need them to be on a hot surface. So because of that, I'm going to throw a pizza stone into the oven right now, which is still nice and hot. Pizza stone, lovely.
Where'd you get that from, Kassa?
This came with my Breville pizza oven that I bought actually, which I still haven't used yet. But we're gonna be cooking some pizza on the show, so that'll get put to good use for sure.
I can't wait to watch that episode.
We're gonna add the red pepper to the food processor, and while we do that, we're gonna toast our walnuts a little bit. So this dip is delicious. I don't know who came up with it, how they came up with it, but it's roasted red pepper, walnuts, breadcrumbs, spices, garlic, a little bit of pomegranate molasses.
Garlic in every recipe, Kassa.
Garlic in everything. You gotta have the garlic. It's delicious. And yeah, like, I'm telling you, once you've had this dip once, you never go back. So we're gonna get some breadcrumbs going while the walnuts toast away. You know, I like to make my own breadcrumbs. Super easy. You just get like whatever bread you have. Wait till it's stale. Chop it up, throw it in the oven for like, 20 minutes. Not like on high or anything, so you don't want to like cook the bread. You don't want it to burn. And then you just throw it in a blender. Breadcrumbs. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy, simple. There you go. You just got enough breadcrumbs for whatever bread recipes you want to be crumbing up. Boom. So walnuts should be nice and toasted. So we're gonna need a half a cup of breadcrumbs. Yeah, half cup there?
Yep.
Beauty. We're gonna need 2 tablespoons pomegranate molasses. See that? Quick hands, baby. Get the walnut in there. A little bit of salt. A little bit of lemon in there too. Just brighten it up a little bit. So we're just gonna, here's a little olive oil. About 3 tablespoons or so. And just get that going. And you know, just for good measure, just a splash more pomegranate syrup. Just a splash, just a dash. This stuff, I'm telling you, delicious. There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's get those pitas out.
Yeah, let's get the pita going now. It is time. And here we go. We got our dough.
Wow, it's so much bigger.
Yeah.
Looks like a pancake.
All right, so you're gonna clear off a little space here. Get the cutting board to the side. Lay down some flour. A little dash.
This is the fun part.
Give you the roller. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and you don't really need to weigh it, but I just like having nice even pieces of everything, so.
We're gonna weigh each one of them?
Yeah, we're just gonna divide it up into like 8 pitas. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna, there we go. 2 halves right there. That should be about half. Boom. Pretty much half. There we go. There's 1. Can you roll that out?
Yep.
Get it like, you know, a nice circle, about 1/4 inch thick.
Do you want it to be flat, or do you want it to be
Yeah,
thick?
like flat.
This is a great rolling pin.
I know, right? It's got the good weight to it.
Is that good?
No. Round. Round Bianca.
That will be edited out. Thank you.
No. So this, we're just gonna throw right on in to the oven, right onto the pizza stone. Get it right on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice and hot. And then you're just gonna leave it in there real quick, a couple minutes, real fast.
Okay.
So I like to just get it going on my hand. We're just gonna give it a nice toss. Just like that. You aren't.
And you're doing it.
Yeah.
Mine's not that bad. Look. It looks great. Right? That looks great. Look at that. Look how pretty that is.
That's actually a really nice one. I like
that's
that
better
one.
than yours.
Okay, here we go. She rolls one good pita and starts talking shit. All right, so pita's done, dips are done, taste test time.
Yes,
We're
finally.
Bianca's hungry, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that hummus is nice.
That was incredible.
Is that one your?
This is my favorite. The red pepper.
Did you try the one? You did?
So spicy.
Is it? Let me get in there.
It's very good.
Not that spicy. It's spicy. It's supposed to be spicy. It's supposed to have a little kick, you know?
It's very good.
So word of advice, you know, if you just don't want it super spicy.
This was so fun. Thank you so much for having me on, Kassa.
Anytime. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, check the recipe below.
What's next up?
Next up, we're going to be doing falafel. So that'll be nice. Love everyone. Itadakimasu. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
Try.
I'm not really a big cilantro fan.
Okay.
What about you?
I love cilantro. I put it in my smoothies sometimes.
That's fucking disgusting. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's really good to detox.